Sub-level archive before anyone else arrives. Climate-controlled. 67 years of records. A figure in the lower shelves. Moving on foot between the stacks. His tail arcs as he walks. Not a display, just present. He picks up a file without looking at the label. His hand goes directly. This is memory, not speed. On a filing cabinet, one mug of tea, steam still visible. He has been here since before it was hot. On the back of the door, one handwritten sign. Please ask Merle. The only handwritten label in a room of printed ones. From a closed drawer, a fragment, a voice, brief, warm. Gone before the audience is certain they heard it. A knock at the door. Dr. Penny Penguin enters with a clipboard. She looks at the room. The scale of it takes a moment. Cormorant family, 8 years ago. He is already moving before she finishes. He doesn't look back. He crosses the archive to a specific shelf. Does not scan labels. Reaches directly. 10 seconds. The file appears in his hands. Penny looks at the shelf. At the distance he crossed, then at him. She tries to read the label system. She tilts her head left, then right. A sticky note at the bottom. Ask Merle. Lower right corner of the archive room, partially behind a low shelf. The wilting flower. 3 seconds. Nobody looks at it. She takes the file and leaves. Merle watches the door close. He stands still for a moment, then returns to work. Corridor. Penny walking and reading. 14 pages. Complete family respiratory history, except for 3 words at the bottom of the last page. She stops. Patient mentioned, see verbal, and nothing after. She reads it again. See verbal. She says it to herself, looks up, turns around. Level 2 corridor. Gerald reviewing a chart. Penny arrives. She summarizes the gap in the record. In the corridor background, decorative planter. Far wall. The wilting flower. 3 seconds. Scene continues. Chief Elspeth appears at the far end of the corridor. She does not slow down. Room 4, B, February the 14th. 3 years ago. The discharge note said, patient mentioned. See verbal. We never found the verbal. She continues around the corner. Her pace doesn't break. Gerald and Penny both turn to watch the empty corridor. 1 beat. Gerald, go back to the archive. Penny looks at her file. The archive door. Penny knocks. Merle opens it. He does not look surprised. She shows him the page. 3 words. He looks at them. He looks at her. Was there a verbal record? Was the information lost? No. And then he speaks, and it is not his voice. It started with my grandfather. He had it too. They always said it was just nerves. But I wanted someone to know, in case it matters later. Penny has not moved. There has no protocol for this. The patient. From room 4B, February the 14th. 3 years ago. Those were their words. How do you have that? I was in the room. I heard it. I remember everything I have heard, said without emphasis. Simply the fact. She looks at the room, the thousands of files, then back at Merle. Marco Meerkat arrives at the archive door with a clipboard. His list continues below the bottom of the page. He reads a shelf label, then another. He opens a second clipboard. It is labeled Overflow. He had planned for this. Most important attribute varies. See Merle. He draws a box around it, then a second box around the first. Merle files and answers questions simultaneously. His system makes perfect sense to him. Penny has returned. She slips past Marco in the doorway. He waves without looking. It's 2 archives. Yes, I suppose it is. The files, the full scope of the room, Merle at the center. Penny steps away briefly. Merle is alone at his desk. Still, a fragment, barely above a breath. A voice, warm, unidentified. His tail shifts very slightly, not a display, a loosening. Then it settles. He returns to the file. He is alone with it. Through the archive doorway, Crow, standing at the far end of the corridor, still. His typical stride is absent. His head is slightly lower. He is looking down the corridor. 3 seconds. Nobody acknowledges him. Marco's section. He is looking at a file he moved yesterday. It has moved since then. Merle, without looking up. Yes, the 2019 metabolic cluster had 3 files in the wrong subcategory. I moved them. After I moved them, Level 2 ward corridor. Penny finds Gerald. She opens the file, the prior history now complete. Near the ward window in the background, the wilting flower. 3 seconds. Scene continues. Hereditary tremor, 3 generations. Gerald reads, "This makes the current picture cleaner." He nods. That's all. Archive middle section. Marco has spread notes across a presentation table. He stands. He is about to present. 430 individual decisions, all correct. None of them written down anywhere. The system will always need a curator. Yes, Marco writes. This is the system. He closes the clipboard, opens it, closes it. A third clipboard falls from under his arm. He looks at it, puts it back, leaves without mentioning it. Penny enters as Marco exits. They pass in the doorway. She watches him go. Then she turns toward Merle's desk. She walks slowly toward him. She pauses near the shelves at the archive door, her hand on the doorframe. She half turns. She looks at Merle. She opens her mouth. She does not have the end of the sentence. Does it ever? He knows exactly what she meant to ask. It does. But you are the first person who has thought to ask. So, thank you for that. She nods. Once. She goes. The door closes quietly. The archive after hours, half-light, desk lamp, Merle at his desk, a fragment, barely above a breath, warm, unidentified. The tail loosens slightly, settles. He closes the file. He places it. He continues. 14 lines, all struck through. Archive system operational. No changes recommended. Ask Merle.